Imagine walking into the most glamorous event of the year. You're surrounded by opulence. You're surrounded by extravagance. But now, picture this. Amidst all that glitz and glamour, someone else walks in wearing nothing but a wet t-shirt and some smeared mascara. Maybe their hair is even tousled about. Sounds like a scene from a movie, right? Well, it actually happened, and it stole the show. Today, we're uncovering why breaking the mold and embracing simplicity might just be your secret weapon to standing out. Find out right here on the Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast. Hey there, audacious parents. Welcome to the Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast, where we're not just about surviving, we're about thriving. If you're tuning in, you're not looking for just another feel-good, pat-on-the-back kind of show. No. You're here because you're ready to disrupt the status quo. You're ready because you're here to challenge your limits and to step out of the comfort zone where we know growth never happens. This is not just your average, let's all be happy with our 9-to-5 lives kind of podcast. We're here to give you actionable strategies. We're here to dive deep into the world of side hustles, digital marketing, and smart income-boosting tactics. Why, you may ask? Because we're designed for parents like you, parents juggling family expenses, childcare, and the elusive me time. We're not just about making money, though. We're about designing a life that you dictate, not one that's been prepackaged in a soul-sucking 9-to-5 box. So, if you're ready to break free and design a life that aligns with your dreams, design a life that aligns with your family, you're in the right place. The Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast. What is up? What is up? What the hell is up, my Dark Horse friends and family? Welcome back to the Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast. I am Tracy Brinkmann, your humble guide on this journey to entrepreneurial freedom and creativity. Here on the Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast, we dive into those strategies and those stories in the hopes of helping you break free from your 9-to-5 grind and build a life on your own terms. But today, we're tackling, let's call it a fascinating topic, how simplicity and authenticity can be your Willy Wonka level golden ticket to grabbing attention and standing out in a crowded market. We're going to be using the unexpected and captivating example of Doja Cat at the 2024 Met Gala. Whether you've heard about it or not, stick with me here because we're going to explore why going against the grain can make all the difference. So buckle up, my friends, and get ready to discover the power of keeping it real and keeping it simple. First, let's set the scene a little bit right here, shall we? It's the 2024 Met Gala, an event known for its way over-the-top fashion and way larger-than-life outfits. It's not a strange thing to see attendees draped with floral gowns that really could, by themselves, fill a small room. Each piece that you see is usually more extravagant than the last one you just saw, and year after year, people seem to compete to outdo one another. And then, in walks Doja Cat, wearing, yeah, you guessed it, nothing more than a wet t-shirt and some smeared mascara. The media lost their shit. I'm telling you, the media frenzy was instantaneous. Flashbulbs were popping, cameras were clicking, people were buzzing. She became the headline of the night. Now, why did this simple look cause such a stir? Well, because when everyone else was following the exact same script, standing out can be simple as doing the complete opposite. The Met Gala is a prime example of this. This is an event where conformity to extreme fashion was the norm. So by choosing a look that was effortlessly simple and effortlessly raw, Doja Cat broke away from the expected narrative and drew all the eyes right to her. Now, could she have done it a different way? Probably, but let's be honest, it fits. This wasn't just about being different for the sake of being different. I think it was really a calculated move that leveraged the power of novelty. You see, in a sea of extravagance, simplicity shines bright. Her look was a breath of fresh air, a stark contrast to all those over-the-top costumes that were everywhere around her. It was relatable, it was real, and more importantly, it was unforgettable. The Dark Horse the Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast. Here's the thing I want you to remember. The novelty factor works, and it works because it catches people off guard. When you defy expectations in a world where everyone else is playing it safe, you become the focal point of the conversation. Doja Cat's look wasn't just different. It was refreshingly relatable. It sparked a dialogue not only about her, but about the broader themes of authenticity and simplicity in a world completely obsessed with excess. This, my friends, this is the kind of impact that going against the grain can have for you, can have for your business, heck, can have for your family, personal and professional life. It's about creating a moment that people cannot ignore and will not forget. And here's the best part. It's often quite simpler and far more cost-effective than trying to outdo everyone else that's battling in the world of extravagance. Stick with me here. Now let's dive deeper into the why. Why Doja Cat's wet t-shirt look wasn't just a fashion statement. This is my personal opinion. But it was more of a powerful challenge to the status quo. High fashion events like the Met Gala are often these over-the-top showcases of excess. The more extravagant, the better, right? Think about the Victoria's Secret show year over year over year over year. And if you've watched it as long as I have, how much more extravagant did it become every single year until it was finally stopped? But Doja Cat's choice questioned this very notion. By stepping onto that red carpet in such a raw, unembellished outfit, she made this bold statement to the entire world. Why follow the expected norms when you can make a much bigger impact by doing the opposite? This act of defiance sparked conversations everywhere. It wasn't just about what she wore, no, but it was about the choice that she represented. It really forced people to reflect on the often ridiculous and quite honestly unattainable standards that were being set by the fashion industry that was represented at this event. Here's the thing, my friends. Defying expectations makes people think. Defying expectations makes people talk. When you challenge the norms, you literally begin to create a space for dialogue and create a space for reflection. You make people go, right? Doja Cat's look became this catalyst for these very discussions about authenticity, about simplicity, and about the true essence of style. It was a reminder that fashion, much like life, doesn't have to be so damn complicated in order to be impactful. So, please take a moment and consider this very thing in your own entrepreneurial journey. When you challenge the conventional wisdom and when you question the established norms, you, my friend, are going to position yourself as a thought leader and as an innovator. Now, this doesn't mean I want you to be contrarian for the sake of it. No, but rather I want you to find those areas where you can genuinely offer a fresh perspective or perhaps a simpler solution, right? Maybe you have a solution for a problem that no one thinks can be solved. Yeah. See, it's about seeing what everyone else is doing and then finding a way to stand out by offering something different. But make sure it's something real. Yeah. Think about some of the most memorable campaigns or products you've seen over your lifetime. I know in my 60 plus years on this big blue spinning globe, I can think about a number of them. Often, the ones that are most memorable, they stand out because they dared to question the norm. They dared to make you go, I never thought about it that way. They didn't just follow the crowd. No, they gathered everyone like the pie-eyed piper of Hamlet and led them in a new direction. This, my friends, is the power of questioning the status quo. Now, let's talk about a more practical side of Doja Cat's bold choice, shall we? The Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast. While others at the Met Gala, well, let's be honest, they spent weeks, maybe even months, preparing their elaborate outfits. Maybe not them personally, but certainly they paid others. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Doja Cat kept it simple. A wet t-shirt, some smeared mascara, and bam, She was ready to rock and roll. This approach didn't just save her time and money, it created a powerful statement. Think about what every other woman attending the Met Gala did. They found someone willing to create this monstrosity of a gown for them. They went to multiple fittings to get it just right. And they probably worked themselves out and starved themselves for days, probably weeks, till they could finally fit in. And then they finally wore the damn thing, unable to sit down, unable to go to the bathroom comfortably, etc., etc. That, my friends, I'm getting tired just talking about it. That's a lot of time. It's a lot of money, a lot of hassle, and a hell of a lot of discomfort. Now, mind, I haven't worn one of these things, but I can imagine. But what about Doja Cat? A wet t-shirt. Let's see. I take off the top I have on. I put on a t-shirt. I add water. Bam. I'm done. How much am I invested in this in time and money? Oh gosh, talk about that. Was maybe about 45 seconds. And depending on the t-shirt, $24. The water's probably free. Heck, let's say $35 if you buy a good bottle of water and pour it on. You feel me? Sometimes, my friends, the most impactful ideas are the simplest. And in this case, simplicity was not only easier, it ended up being way more effective. So, I guess at the end of the day, when we think about making an impact, we often believe it's going to require this grand gesture or these complex strategies in order to make that impact. But Doja Cat's actions and her look on the red carpet proves otherwise. Her simplicity stood out against a backdrop of extravagance and drew more attention than any of those ornate over-the-top gowns could have, ever. It was, my friends, the ultimate demonstration of how doing less at the right moment can actually achieve you a whole lot more. So, in your business or even your personal projects, take a minute and consider how you can apply this principle. Look for opportunities where simplicity can offer you the advantage. Maybe it's a streamlined product that solves a problem without all the other unnecessary features. Or maybe it's a straightforward marketing message that cuts through all the damn noise out there. Stop loading it with fluff. Sometimes stripping away the excess reveals the core of what truly matters to you, to your customers, to the market, to your family. Okay? Remember, simplicity doesn't mean a lack of effort, and it certainly doesn't mean a lack of creativity. It's all about focusing on what's essential and eliminating, hacking away at the fat, eliminating what's not essential. I think Doja Cat's wet t-shirt was a masterclass in this approach. Simple, effective, and very memorable. So, the next time you're brainstorming ideas, challenge yourself to find a simpler path. You might discover it's not only easier, but it's way more impactful. Now, in a world overflowing with, let's call them carefully curated feeds and manufactured personas, authenticity stands out as a beacon of light. I want to make sure we talk about authenticity here. Doja Cat's wet t-shirt look at the Met Gala wasn't just about defying expectations or taking the easy path. Oh, I don't want to go through all that trouble. Let's throw on this shirt and throw some water on it. No, it was a genuine expression of who she was. Raw, real, and unapologetically Doja Cat herself. 100%. This authenticity resonated deeply with all the people because it felt true. It felt authentic. While everyone else was caught up in the extravagance, Doja Cat's choice was a reminder that realness can be far more captivating than any, let's call it costume, than any gown. You feel me? Her look wasn't about trying to impress. It was about being true to who she was, true to herself. And that authenticity shone as bright as any over-the-top gown ever could.
The Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast.
See, my friends, authenticity resonates in a world of manufactured personas. Scroll through your social media, you'll see what I'm talking about. People are drawn to what feels real. People are drawn to what feels honest. In your journey, whether it's in business or your personal life, embracing authenticity can create a powerful connection between you and your audience, between you and your family, between you and those you care about. It's about showing up as your true self. It's about sharing your genuine thoughts and about always being vulnerable with those you care and trust. Consider the brands and influencers, or even the friends that you admire most. Chances are it was their authenticity that attracted you, not their brand colors, not their brand message, not what they said, but how they said it from the heart. They're not afraid to show their imperfections. They're not afraid to show their real stories and their true selves. This authenticity fosters trust. This authenticity fosters loyalty, something that no amount of polish or perfection can ever achieve. Right? Think about it. How can you bring more authenticity to your endeavors? Go ahead. Really, seriously, answer the question. Maybe it's sharing a personal story that highlights a piece of your journey or your journey as a whole. Or maybe it's about being honest about the challenges you faced. Yeah. See, when you drop the mask, you let your true self shine through. You create a connection with those on the other side that goes well beyond scratching the surface level. Doja Cat's wet t-shirt wasn't just a fashion statement. I think it was a declaration of authenticity. It was real, it was relatable, and like I mentioned earlier, it was refreshingly honest. In a world that often values appearance over substance, this genuine expression, I think, really stands out. It stood out and still stands out. So go ahead. Embrace your authenticity. Let it be the cornerstone of all your actions and the foundation of the personal brand that you build. Because in the end, it is the real, it is the unfiltered you that people will connect with and that they will remember. And that brings up today's whiskered wisdom. So here's your top tip for today. The next time you're brainstorming, consider flipping the script. And, sprinkling in a little authenticity and simplicity, because authenticity and simplicity can cut through the noise and help you make that lasting impact. Think about Doja Cat. Think about the Met Gala. Think about her wet t-shirt look, not as a fashion statement, but think about it as a strategic move that highlighted the power of this authenticity and this simplicity, right? When someone else is going big and bold, sometimes the most effective approach is to do the opposite. Come at it humble. Come at it simple. Remember, the next time you're faced with a challenge or you're brainstorming new ideas, think about how you can embrace this authenticity and this simplicity honestly. These principles not only will make you stand out, and they might not make you stand out like a superstar, but they're going to make you stand out in someone's mind and in their heart, because they're going to create a deeper connection with the person you're trying to connect with, your audience, your family, your prospects. Keep it real, keep it simple, and watch the magic happen. Now, just like Doja Cat's bold move at the Met Gala, it's time for you to make your own bold statement and take a step forward towards your dreams. You ready to break free of your 9-to-5 grind and start living life on your own terms? Of course you are. Well, let me introduce you to the Side Hustler's Blueprint. It's our exclusive private podcast audio series designed to help you turn your passions into a profitable venture. And we're going to do it with a little step-by-step guidance, and we're going to toss in some expert insights and give you some practical tools. With all of these, you'll have everything that you'll need to build a successful side hustle. Remember Doja Cat's authenticity and simplicity, how it made a powerful impact? Well, you can do the same thing with your side hustle, but don't wait. Go ahead and visit darkhorseschooling.com/blueprint, or you can text Blueprint, BLUEPRINT, to 484-514-5323 to get your free access to the Side Hustler's Blueprint. Your dream life could just be a click away. Embrace the power of authenticity and simplicity and start your journey towards financial freedom and a life that truly resonates with who you are. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's recap just a little bit, shall we? We discovered how simplicity and authenticity can be your golden ticket to standing out in a crowded market, in a crowded world for that matter. We saw how Doja Cat's wet t-shirt look at the Met Gala demonstrated the power of going against the grain, challenging the norms, and embracing genuine, authentic expression. Remember, sometimes the most impactful ideas are just quite plainly the simplest. And don't forget our exciting offer. Get your access to the Side Hustler's Blueprint. Go ahead and visit darkhorseschooling.com/blueprint, or you can text the word blueprint to 484-514-5323 to get your copy and start your journey towards your side hustle freedom today. Link will be down in the show notes for those that just want to click through. Thank you for joining us in today's episode of the Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast. Your time and attention, well, it means the world to me. I know it's not free. We only get so many hours in a day, and I appreciate you spending a little of that with me. Next week, we're going to be diving into the whispered top $100 million strategy. So you're not going to want to miss that one. As always, my Dark Horse friends, keep dreaming, keep striving, and until next time, think successfully and take action.
Hey, my Dark Horse Entrepreneur parents, thanks for tuning in. If this episode struck a chord, share it with a fellow parent hustler. Let's grow our tribe that thrives, not just survives. For more insights and a community that totally gets it, join our Facebook group at www.darkhorseschooling.com/tribe. Think successfully and take action.